Alright guys, how you doing tonight? It is I, Captain Foley. I have come to join you, and you've joined me. Together we will rule the galaxy as Trekyards and Sons. No. Let me know how my audio quality is. I have upgraded the webcam, and I'm using the microphone on the new webcam. I do have the Yeti mic here just in case, but I want to hear if you guys can hear me okay. Hi guys. Picture looks good and audio is great. Good. You know what? That's because I'm using a Logitech Brio 4K webcam up here now, and I'm using the microphone on it, so that's good. I brought up the Yeti mic just in case, but I don't have to lug it upstairs all the time now, so sound better than last week. Well, that's good. That's great. All right, guys. So, light and shadows. This was a fun episode. This was really good. This got me pumped up. This is amazing. This was a great episode. I want to hear your thoughts on it. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. So yeah, it's perfect. I'm so happy that's working better. It's only one USB plug-in. It's way better. So yeah, I did a build video on those. Painted mine some interesting colors that you guys, if you've followed the channel at all and looked at my build videos, you would know that. Hey, Anti-Trekker's live now too. I feel I'm getting 2 for the price of 1. Well, say hi to Anti-Trekker for me. He can't have much bad to say about this episode. Looks like all your questions will be answered fully. Did you catch that the probe was modified in the 28th century, which is the time period the mysterious benefactor is from Enterprise Temple Cold War? Yeah, well, I didn't do the math, but 500 years, yeah. Loving the border around the screen. Feels really old school. Yeah, I'm glad you like that. Great TOS look. And I've got my webcam mounted just on my laptop here, so it's angled up. I thought this was a cool view. Plus, I'm going to be reading your comments and stuff, so I had it on a tripod earlier, but I wasn't sure that was going to work, so... They're speaking slower, I notice. I'm okay with that. This episode just reeked of awesomeness. That first shot of the Discovery was beautiful, and it came in as her personal log, not just... Yeah, it was her personal log. So it's kind of like her diary, like we've had before. But still, having the ship with the voiceovers, the logs, that's what I've asked for all through season 1. And they're doing that now, so that's fantastic. Jeff Jacobs is here. Joe is here. This has to be one of my favorite episodes so far of Discovery, I think. Everybody had a pretty good role in it. And we got to see Spock, but we'll talk more about that in a minute. But overall, even Tilly, her role was really downplayed but still important, and I love how she's not saying the F word now. Well, she is. She's saying friggin' and frig. What the frig? So that was pretty awesome. Shows the Telosians next week. Yeah, I saw a picture already. I haven't seen the preview yet for next week, but I did see a picture of the Telosians. They look interesting. I'm interested to see what Talos 4, what role it plays in all of this. Maybe they'll never do this, mind you. They will never do this, but maybe season 1 and season 2 were all an illusion made by the Telosians. Dun dun dun. So what are the experts saying? Because the casual that I am thought it was absolutely amazing. I don't know what anybody else is saying. I haven't checked anybody else's reviews or whatever. I find it very hard to believe that people wouldn't like this episode. It was such a great episode. I wish she was still saying, fuck, the censorship is dumb. Well, she wasn't as excited this time as the first time, so. And plus, she's on the bridge with Captain Pike. It was just more of a subdued Tilly, I think. That was fine. I have no problem with that. They really did you mean the Telosians justice, yes. Thanks for the link, Jeff. Getting close to my next Patreon goal. To the next Patreon goal. Yes. An illusion for Pike? Maybe he never actually took over command. Maybe he was never, I don't know. Seems kind of stupid, but maybe they would do it because it is stupid. David Scarpa puts in $1.99. Thank you very much, my friend. So if Burnham goes to Talos, will she get the death penalty? I was wondering that. I thought as soon as the shuttle was set a course for Talos 4, the computer would give a warning saying, access to this planet's restricted under penalty of death. But nope, just lets it go. What if it's an illusion? It all ends with Pike in the chair. Oh, that'd be hilarious. So, Captain, what is your favorite part? I'm asking the tough questions. My favorite part of this episode. That is a tough question. Love seeing Giorgio get the shit kicked out of her. That was pretty awesome. Go Burnham. I actually liked Burnham in this episode too. See, I can't see somebody not liking this. That being said, is Samuel going to like it tomorrow? Tune in tomorrow at I think we're doing 4 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow or 5. I'm not sure. Check the Facebook page tomorrow to find out what time we're going live tomorrow. But I'm interested to hear Samuel's thoughts. He's sometimes the exact opposite of me, and since I had such a great vibe coming off this one, I'm interested to hear what his thoughts are on that. So I did watch the Orville as well. That was also fantastic. Beautifully done. Giorgio let her win, though. Meh. Maybe the death penalty comes as a result of whatever happens to Burnham, not Pike, in the cage. That's actually a very, very good point. I might steal that tomorrow for a review. Sam will be critical of the time rift. Possibly. Hey, Joseph, how's it going? Cockings doesn't like anything. Oh, yes, he does. He likes a lot of it. Love this episode. Mecha Random will still hate it. Probably they'll find a way to hate it. I just don't know how you could because it was great. I have a feeling Anti-Trekkers, he's going to be watching it scene for scene and pausing it every 5 seconds to go, oh, that's crap. He's going to hate it too, but I can't understand how you would hate this one. This was just fantastic. Love tonight's episode. Felt like Star Trek. Love Sounds of Thunder too. Discovery keeps getting better. Orville was excellent. I agree with absolutely everything you just said. The fight was staged. I understand that, but still Burnham got a good cheap shot in first, and it wasn't a choreographed fight. I know it was not technically staged, but... Hello, can't watch live, but plan to download and listen at work tomorrow. Until then, have a like. Thank you, Dean. Much appreciated. Yeah, everybody go click the like button. We got 88 people here. Less than usual, but I didn't schedule this one at all because I wasn't quite sure what time I'd be rolling on here. It was usually between 10:30 and 11 for these, so keep that in mind. Love the switches and knobs. I did too. The shuttle was great, although I got one major complaint about the shuttle. How in the hell could it launch a probe from its belly? And then after the probe launches, the shuttle like zooms away from the camera, and you see the airlock hatch, and you know how much room is in that thing. There's no way that a probe could fit underneath that floor and be launched from there, unless there's like a replicator that replicates it as it leaves. Did you catch the part where they called Spock Commander when they have been calling him Lieutenant from the start? I did not catch that part. As usual, what I do is I watch the Orville, then come to this live, then go back down and rewatch it to take my notes. I've only seen it the once, and there's a few things going on. The dogs are being crazy, and Sylvie and I were kind of chatting about the episode, so I might have missed a few things. Did you see his reaction to Steve Shive's video? No, I saw the thumbnail for it, and I was going to watch it. I just haven't had a chance to watch it. We had a roller coaster ride, absolutely. And speaking of coasters, roller coasters or other, got these today. These are some samples of Trekyards coasters, which will likely be available soon for you guys as perks and to purchase and things like that. So what do you guys think? Trekyards coasters. Did an unboxing video on my Captain Foley personal channel of these today. If you're not subscribed to my personal channel, go subscribe to the personal channel. There's a bunch of cool stuff there, a lot of cool videos, reviews, things like that, and unboxings, things that aren't on the Trekyards page. So check them out. I wish they would burn that roller coaster turbo lift. I know, when I saw that again, I was like, no, you fucked that up the first time. Why show it again? Everybody complained about it. Stop doing it. Life is so short. I don't get how some YouTubers can hate so much on Discovery. Well, clicks might be the reason. Yeah. Clicks and money are good motivation to make hate videos. Yeah, I mean, I was about 20 minutes into this one, and a thought hit my mind. It just went, how can anybody actually hate Discovery now? I know I was lukewarm to it at first. It still has its problems, so don't get me wrong. It's still a lot of things I can complain about based on what they tell us, where it's set and when it's set. But I can overlook that stuff because it's becoming a really good show. So Trekyards beer mugs. Well, we have Trekyards mugs, like coffee mugs, but beer mugs is a good idea. Gotta find a place that makes those. What is Ariam? Is she a robot? Not exactly sure. The actress has said that she's just an augmented human. That was an interesting state of affairs, what happened to her. I have a feeling she's probably going to become the intelligent AI of the Discovery that we see in Calypso. Last week I kind of theorized that perhaps the orb that they downloaded the 100,000 years of knowledge from infiltrated the computer and then became that became the AI. But after seeing this episode, I think it might be Ariam. We might have to install her in the computer or something. That probably came back looking like it was either modified by... Probe came back modified by V'ger or the Borg. I thought the same thing. It kind of had a Captain Nemo under the sea kind of vibe where it was attached to the shuttle. It looked very much like a squid. And what was with it punching through the roof and the whole cabin not depressurizing? That was stupid. Unless there's an automatic force field that popped up. But really? Augmented human, she's a cyborg then. Yeah. You think they will do a connection with the probe and the machine world from the motion picture? I don't think so, but I wouldn't put it past them. Let's put it that way. That would be real bad if they had to bring the Brog in. I assume you mean Borg. Yeah, guys, please hit like. Listen to Jeff Jacobs. He is wise. He is wise in the ways of the YouTube channel. Jeff, did you share my Captain Foley personal page link with them? I would love people to go and subscribe to my Captain Foley personal page. Like I said, there's lots of cool stuff over there as well. So I would happily watch reruns the rest of my life if I had to, but I am thankful for Discovery, the short treks, Picard, and Section 31 coming along, so I don't have to. Yeah, I mean, the old Trek's not going anywhere, guys. No matter how bad the new Trek, or how bad you think the new Trek is, it's not taking away your good Trek. You can go watch that anytime, so I don't understand the complaining, really. What if Pike never got an order to take over Discovery from Starfleet, but Telosians? Telosians are looking out for him, I guess. I don't know. I would love to see Ariam's world. Well, I think she might be human, just augmented somehow. But yeah, that's interesting. I'm not sure if she is human. Don't get me. She's got very white, pasty skin, if that's her skin. I like the shutters on the shuttle pod. Pike doesn't know anything. Doesn't want another cracking window. I thought the shutters were remarkably stupid. I know the TOS one had the 3 windows and they had like the little things that came down, but the too transformery for me. But I did like the flight school training of Pike saying that it eject or ignite the plasma. That's exactly what Spock did in the Galileo 7, so that was a beautiful tie-in. So that was fantastic. Yes, the shuttle didn't depressurize. I didn't think of it. The excitement of the episode blew me away. My brain kind of just coasted. As did mine, kind of, but that was one of those glaring things that I was like, come on. You didn't even see like a little blue pop up as soon as it came through. That would have been cool. Um, Jet Reno missing in action yet again. She's not actually there. She's put there by the Telosians, so she's an illusion. Just like Commodore Mendez was. I have the original series of Star Trek on DVD and Blu-ray. As do we all, my friend. As you should. Armored Voyager vibe, yeah, yeah. Hoping that Alec Peters will come as Garth. Certainly Discovery is no worse than Voyager, especially all those bad holodeck episodes. Hey, you know what? I like the holodeck episodes. I think they're fun. They're a nice escapism. Um, Everybody brags on the holodeck episodes. I have to defend them. I'm sorry, guys, but I have to defend them. I have the complete Star Trek Voyager on DVD. I've got TNG on DVD. I need to get it on Blu-ray. The remastered, though. The other ones, I have a few. I don't have complete series, though, which I should. Come on now. It's Captain Foley. But I have a lot of them downloaded seasons. So, what do you think of the disappearing characters like Reno? Characters seem to appear and disappear and don't know where they went. Kind of a common trope in a lot of shows, unfortunately. I'm not super happy with it personally, but I bet Orville blew most of its budget on this episode. Oh, the Orville episode was great. It's kind of what I anticipated might happen, though. I'm not going to give any spoilers to anybody who hasn't watched it, but I kind of had a feeling something like that would happen. Anti-Trekker and Neurotic are on at the same time. Everybody's going to be on at the same time right now. So I'm glad I have 140 of you here. You guys are loyal followers and viewers, and I love that. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow during our live review of this episode. So join us. Please join us. Spirit folk. Come on, Foley. What's that mean, spirit folk? I just got rid of my TNG VHS. Feels bad, man. It's VHS, though. Really. I think I had the original the TOS Columbia House set somewhere, but I think it took up too much room to store. I don't know where it went, to be honest. I think I probably got rid of it and blocked it out. I am working on getting TNG and DS9 on DVD soon. Well, good work, man. Curtis, you the man. Sorry I'm late. Just finished watching Discovery Talos 4 a little early. It blew me away when I heard Talos 4. Sylvie and I looked at each other like, oh, because I had heard that the Telosians were going to be in this, but I kind of had forgotten about it. So I like that the bridge crew is getting more dialogue, as they should. Yes, I agree. There's a woman with blonde hair in the bun that is always walking down the corridors. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. How I haven't seen it, and I happen to love blondes, so I'll have to look for that. We love you too, Captain Foley. Thank you, Cleto. La. We appreciate you and your team. Oh, thank you guys. Much appreciated. So we're here. We're going to Talos 4 next week. The updated Telosian look is actually pretty good in the previews, yes. And even they got the medallion right, and it looks fantastic. So Neurotic is talking about the Orville, so I'm sitting that one out. Well, I won't talk about the Orville. I'll say that I saw it and it was fantastic. You will not be disappointed. Just watched Discovery and then Orville. Same here. That's how I do everything. That's how I do it all the time on Thursday nights. Is this our this is our after trek this season? I look forward to this as much as the episode each week. Thanks, Captain. Well, thank you, KG313. I really appreciate that. Nowhere near as informative as After Trek, of course. That was actually, I didn't like it at first, but I kind of got into it. So, but yeah, thank you. How about the mumbling Spock is like the mumbling Sarek in TOS? Mumbling Sarek in TOS or TNG? Do you think they will bring back the normal Klingons again? And what happened to the augments? We don't see them. I hope they fix the Klingons. They look better with hair, but still. Oh, I agree. Don't get me started on the Klingons. We need to see some augmented, smooth-headed Klingons. We have to. Because they were in Enterprise. They've referenced Enterprise. It exists. It's a thing. They're in TOS. So we have to see at least one or two, even if they're just in the background. I don't care. Have them. In the canonical timeline, the cage was around 3 years ago. So, can't watch Orville until tomorrow as the wife has the TV for the rest of the evening. Like I said, I won't be saying anything. I just said that I watched it and it's great. I really enjoyed it. I have a feeling that season or section 31 is going to get tied to the events of the cage somehow. I think Section 31 might be the reason that the death penalty is invoked for Talos 4, because I forget who said it earlier in the chat, but I kind of agree that it could, maybe that the death penalty is not because of Pike, but because of Burnham and this whole schmagazzle going on, because we never really found out when that was implemented. So maybe it's a result of this, which would be great. Vulcan's cityscape looked very 1960s to me, with the sky sidewalks and such. Kind of missed that scene. I was letting the dog out. Life's too short for all this hate and nitpicking. Take a breather. Yes, agree. I'd love to see some augmented Klingons. Pike and Tyler are falling for each other. You know what? I really liked that one scene where it's like he tosses him his badge, and Pike's like, chair trumps the badge, and then tosses the badge right back and kind of just gets up and ignores him. I kind of like that Pike and him are at odds, but yeah, they're kind of now they're more respectful of each other because they've been through the shuttle incident. So I mean that's fine. That'll work out good. I'm sure he's still not going to instantly trust the guy. Pike's not that kind of guy. He's going to still be wary of Tyler. So I'm starting to worry that Discovery isn't the prime timeline we think it's in. The Picard won't be either. The word prime timeline comes up way too much these days, even for me, I have to admit. So who cares? I'm just starting to enjoy Discovery for its being its own thing. Like I said, in my opinion, it's the Discovery verse. It's its own thing, and on that merit, it's doing pretty good. So I don't get why people think if you like the show that you automatically have to hate the other. Hate one show, yeah, I know. The infinite internal shot of the turbolift again. I know, I ripped my hair out at that point. I was like, okay, guys, you screwed up this visual the first time. It looks atrocious. Why are we revisiting this? I love that scene with the badge in the chair. It was beautiful. Yes, it was a great scene. Great character builder. Dave Scar. Did anybody else think that it was Pike shooting Tyler with that premonition that he had, and then it turns out that he was actually saving Tyler? Because I thought, oh, I think we're supposed to think that because of the angle and everything. But that was really interesting. I was waiting for that moment. I miss After Trek, but the mission briefings on Fridays are okay, especially last week's with Doug Jones. It was very informative. I learned a lot about Saru. I haven't been watching them. I probably should. I should be informed, but just haven't got around to it, unfortunately. I yelled at the screen when the turbolift happened. Zeke puts in $2. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. All super chats are very welcome, guys. were those Telosians I saw with the veined heads? Yes, they were indeed. Telosians from Talos 4. I want to know what the hell Arium is. Look it up. I'm sure it's on Memory Alpha. Actually, I can do that right now while I'm talking to you guys. Alright, let's see what it is. Memory Alpha. Female Starfleet officer who lived during the mid-20th century. She served aboard Discovery. Blah, blah, blah. Rank, Lieutenant Commander. Occupation, Spore Drive Ops Officer. Post-war background. Arium nature has been subject to a number of divergent background statements. StarTrek.com described Arium as being a synthetic human hybrid, while Ted Sullivan tweeted that she was an alien. Meanwhile, After Trek Episode 3 described her species as an augmented alien, while After Trek Episode 5, involving Gretchen J. Berg and Neville Page and Glenn Hetrick, called her instead an augmented human. That term is also used by the current Arium actor, Hannah Cheesman. So there's no answer. Essentially, there's no answer to what she is. Do you think they will remake The Cage or do some connection to it? Oh, they'll do a connection to it for sure. Quito La puts in $2. With no comment, thank you. Telosians look awful. Another example of unnecessary redesigns. Yeah, they didn't need to be redesigned for sure, but I thought they looked okay. I'll have to see how they look and sound next week. Interesting fact about the Telosians that you guys might not know about. In the Cage, and therefore the Menagerie, they're actually played by women. And when the main one, the Magistrate, as she's called, that actress was actually in The Last Starfighter. She played Granny. The granny of what's his name's girlfriend from The Last Starfighter. So there you go. The preview shows Earth getting blown up again. Really? Wow. I think they look great. Arium is the Red Angel. I mean, she could be. She could become the Red Angel, absolutely, especially after what happened in this episode. Bill Longpree puts in $2 Canadian, and that's a toonie, folks. Let's see, do I have a toonie? I do have a toonie. To school you guys on some Canadian currency. So this is a toonie. It's worth $2. And it's got the Queen on one side, and on the other side it's got a polar bear, and it's called a toonie because it's worth $2. And this is our dollar. This is a loonie. So thank you very much for putting in the toonie. Much appreciated. Yeah. That was Bill that put in the toonie, so thank you very much. Stephen Fathery puts in $5. Thank you very much, my friend. Captain, how long do you think you could last in hand-to-hand combat against Giorgio? I could. You give the character a hard time, but my money is on her. Give me a sword. Give me some kind of bladed weapon. I'd be fine. I just absolutely hate her so much. I hate the actress. I hate her in Crazy Rich Asians, which, you know, Sylvia, I watch with Sylvia and my daughter Cassie. I just can't stand her personally. Just, ugh. How does this show's timeline match up with the Kelvin timeline? Is this before? Yes, this is still before the Kelvin events of 2009 Star Trek. I thought the Canadian currency was maple syrup. That's the secret underground black market Canadian currency. Tilly would take care of your light work for you anyway. My light work? What? I think Captain Foley would shoot her with a gun while she was trying to fight hand to hand as a la Indiana Jones. You're absolutely right. I would. Not a gun though, with a phaser. But you gotta. The millionth time Earth was attempted to be blown up, destroyed in Star Trek Discovery is so original. I didn't see that. I'll need to watch that promo. She was good in the James Bond flick, if you say so. Good is a relative term. I don't think I'll like her in the James Bond flick. Do you think they will do a connection with the Kelvin timeline? I don't think so. Even though Discovery looks and feels very Kelvin timeliney, feels very Kelvin-verse. Clearly Earth. How can you tell? I'm only speculating that it's Romulus. Well, don't get in a fight, guys. I don't know. It's a planet. It could be any planet. It could be an illusion showing what's going to happen if the events of whatever doesn't get corrected, because the Telosians are tapped into the Red Angels. Who knows? Joe says, Trekyards, this takes place before the 2009 movie, but it's not the Kelvin timeline, right? Just would like to clear that up. Yes, this happens probably 5 or 6 years before the events of the Narada coming through and the Kelvin incident. So it is still pre 2009 film, and they're not linked as far as we know. Sarah is the only person I like in Discovery. I feel bad for you because there's other great characters. There's quite a few. Do you think people get a Picard show trailer sometime soon? Probably not. They're starting to film, I think, in April. So you probably won't see anything until the fall. Laura Engels puts in $5. Thank you very much, Laura. Okay, so I predicted that future Kelvin timeline Spock places young Burnham into his family to help him confront Nero at the destruction of Vulcan. Dun dun dun. Interesting. Interesting. The Cage is 2254. Discovery takes place in 2257. Yes. Wait, the Narada arrived in 2233. Oh yes, that's right. You were absolutely right. You were absolutely right, because Nero was in a Klingon prison for 25 years after he came through the black hole. You're right. You're absolutely right. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. But the events of the movie, like with Kirk and the Enterprise, that's all still after the events of Discovery. Even though the Narada coming back was 25 years earlier, but that wasn't cut out scenes, so nobody really got a sense of the timeline, even though he does mention, I waited for Spock for 25 years or whatever. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. I love to see more Constellation class ships in the series. Love the pass by at the beginning of the episode by Discovery. Great cinematography. I thought the same thing. As the first shot, I turned to Sylvia and said, "That's a fantastic shot. That's awesome." I was so excited. Trying to drift away from the black badges and far away from the former Empress. She's irritating. I love scenes with number one and yearn to see more of her. Yes, I want to see more of number one for sure. I want to see the Enterprise come swooping in to save the day. That'd be cool. Discovery is empty internally because the ship was designed to have a lot of facilities that ultimately weren't installed due to the haste of the war, same as the Galaxy-class ships in the Dominion War. but Discovery was already doing its mission before the war. It's set up to do like 300 separate scientific experiments or whatever, so it's got a lot of science labs. The Kelvin timeline has already happened by the time of Discovery. Nero was on Repente for over 20 years. Yeah, I just cleared that up, Patrick, but thank you. You are right. You are right. When the Narada first came through, attacked the Kelvin, and then a fleet of Klingon ships came in, took Nero and his crew prisoner, did something with the ship, didn't reverse technology at all for 25 years or whatever, and then they escaped and got the ship back, and then the rest of the movie continued. It seemed weird to see Galaxy-class ships in the Dominion world. It's like watching cruise ships take part in World War II. Cruise ships did take part in World War II. The Olympic, which was like one of the sister ships of the Titanic, was actually serving as a hospital ship during the war. It got torpedoed. So yes, they did put cruise ships to work in the war, but I see what you mean. I see what you mean, because the Galaxy-class ships were like the frontline ships, because they were the big boys. They're still beefed up and powerful, and lots of weapons. So, but I know what you mean. So, I can't wait to see the Telosians' veins pulse when they communicate. Andrew, talking about pulsing veins. I don't know, man. I don't know. Will Stamets morph into a tardigrade? No. When Kirk was aboard the Enterprise in the Kelvin timeline, it was brand new. Yes, it was. It's because they screwed everything up. Captain, this has been very interesting. I love your lives when you can kind of catch them. I must go, though. I have an early day tomorrow. All right, I'll see you later, Matt. Thank you very much for joining, and sorry it's so late. Just how things work time-wise. So thank you for joining us, and enjoy this. Maybe come back and rewatch it later. Also, it was the Britannic serving as the hospital ship. Oh, Matt. What happened to the Olympic then? But you're right. It was the Britannic that got torpedoed. They transported troops, the cruise ships, but you knew that. Sure. Big throbbing veins, yes. Are they purple? Dennis, Giorgio will corrupt Section 31. It goes rouge. I mean rogue. The Lincoln was a troop ship in World War I. Britannic was the hospital ship that hit a mine and sunk. There you go. See, Doug is an expert on all things Titanic. He's one of our admins, so listen to him. He knows what he's talking about. The tardigrade from season 1 is the Red Angel. I disagree. Didn't they say that season 1, episode 3, that Discovery was a brand new ship? Yep, absolutely brand new. Didn't even have scuff marks on the shuttle bay floor. So, fresh off the assembly line. I really need to study World War II history. There you go. It was scrapped in the 1930s, says Doug. Listen to Doug. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to the Olympic, Britannic, and Titanic. Sorry if this has already been said. So nice to see great editing and transitions in this week's episode and far less swirling camera work. Yeah, and some great shots of the ship, some fantastic CGI. It looks like they blew a lot of their CGI budget on this one, but damn, it was good. Jeff Bezos and Michael Cohen as Telosians. See, that's what they should have cast old women like they did in the Cage. That would have been so much better. So Empress reads Leland quite well. I really did like Leland in this episode. I don't know whether to trust the guy, though, or not, but he seemed very trustworthy. It was one thing that really confused me. So they're on the section... Well, first of all, Burnham gets from the Discovery to Vulcan, no problem. Then she gets from Vulcan to the Section 31 ship, no problem. Then from the Section 31 ship, Leland's like, we're heading to Starbase 4, or whatever the hell number it was. We're heading there, but why don't you go ahead first with the shuttle and get some rest? So you tell me that the shuttle's going to get there before the Section 31 ship? Why don't they just keep an eye on her on the ship and take her? Huh? It's never made sense. Hit like or dislike. Reactions help us. Poor Jeff is like yelling in an echo chamber there. Nobody's listening to him. I hope they don't start every episode with a Burnham voiceover. Well, yeah, I know. I wish they'd had the captain's voiceover. It'd be cool to hear a Pike one. But yeah, they all seem like Michael Burnham's private diary as opposed to an actual log. I think this one started with her personal log, so. Michael will kill Leland for the death of her parents. I don't know about that. He might have been responsible for the events of what happened, but not necessarily for the death of her parents. I think the wording on that was odd. Yeah, he was responsible for the Klingons invading that colony and killing her parents, but he didn't kill her parents, like literally. Andrew Steele puts in $1.99. The probe looked like a squiddy from the Matrix. Yes, exactly. It did. And I'm fine with that. The episode revealed the darker Section 31. They're going to rip Spock's memories out of his head. I think Giorgio will eventually cause its downfall as an officially sanctioned organization. Yeah, I totally agree with that as well. If the Red Angel is a woman, but not a Q, maybe it's Q's old protege, Vosh. She always did get around. Ooh, Aaron, that's provocative. They've replaced logs for internal monologues. Yes. And good elevator conversation or turbolift conversation scenes with weird turbolift in a TARDIS going through a huge blue empty space of a ship. Ugh. Frustrating. Or sorry, I should do a Kevin Sorbo. Disappointed! Will this be the reason General Order 7 came into being? Yeah, we've already talked about that. It could likely be the case. Red Angel is an android. Did you chat about that yet? Kind of. There's been speculation that's Arium now, which could possibly be. Burnham's parents were probably members of Section 31. Sure, why not? So that she was born a Section 31 member, honorary baby Section 31 member. Make her even more specialist. What TOS episode had a swirly mind macking on a prison planet? It's not a prison planet. It was a psychiatric or colony facility, and it was a machine. And that would be with Van Gelder. What the hell is the name of that episode? Can't think of the name of the episode. With Dr. Van Gelder. The old-fashioned captain's log on Trek has always seemed a bit too omnipotent. How does Kirk make his logs when he's chained up in an alien dungeon? He makes them after he gets back to the ship, talking about what was happening at the time. There's even been a few logs where it says captain's log delayed entry or something to emphasize that fact. But yeah, it's after you get back to the ship, you make your captain's log based on the events of everything that's happened. If you have a tricorder with you, you can make a captain's log on the fly, but generally it's after you get back to the ship and are safe. They had psi tricorders in the Jack the Ripper episode. That's interesting. I didn't know they had psychiatric tricorders. That's cool. Dagger of the Mind. That's it. Thank you, Curtis. Thank you, David. Dagger of the Mind. That's the one that Jeff was talking about with the swirly brain probe machine thingy. I really wish we'd get Sonequa to tone down on the theatrics. Overacting isn't good acting. I agree. Captain's Log Supplemental. I'm sitting here in front of the computer talking to whoever's listening to this. The episode that was on this evening was quite well done. I'm beginning to get a love and a appreciation for Discovery. The episode was called Light and Shadows. I don't know why I was doing that. But anyway, I'm surprised someone hasn't made a captain's log in the toilet joke yet. You know, I do captain's logs every Friday. I should probably do them daily, you know what I'm saying? But I do one every Friday on the Captain Foley personal channel and the Trekyards channel. And every time I say captain's log, I always think the worst things because there's so many, yeah. Andrew Steele puts in $1.99. Will they ever finish Red Angel this season? Yes, they will. Or will they even finish? I'm sure they will. They can't leave that till next season. That being said, now that you've said that, I'm kind of concerned. Just as they're about to take the mask off, it's Old Man Winters from Scooby-Doo. As they're about to take the mask off, it's going to be like, dun 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 dun, to be continued next season. It's going to be like, no! I would have to murder someone if that was the case. Surprise us, Star Trek Discovery, when we find out what the Red Angel is. Make it fun. Make it red and juicy. Red meat to bite into. Feed the masses, Discovery. Also, more figure reviews, please. Oh, there's more coming. Stay tuned. If that's what you're talking about. Like, Captain's log, I need to cut back on the fiber. Captain's log. It's a floater. Been eating too much fat lately. Did you notice all the buttons and knobs in the shuttle? Yes, and I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Get that tactile feel. Next week will be my last episode if they continue to trash Trek lore. That's what Clark85 says. Sorry to hear that. I highly doubt that, even if it is an awful episode. I'm sure you'll still watch the rest of them. What's the verdict on the Orville? Looking forward to the episode. Can't see it until tomorrow. Fantastic. That's all I'll say. Captain's log today. I am bored, and this is why I'm doing this log, because I am bored to death. End log. Yes, Curtis. I'm not giving Orville spoilers, don't worry. And commentaries are most triumphant. Talk about my movie commentaries. What do you think about Spock going back to Talos 4 and Star Trek Discovery? I'm interested to see how it plays out, because it kind of surprised me, to be honest. Are you serious? Tonight was so good. That's what Jeff says to Clark85. Not everybody's going to like it, Jeff. It's fine. Be interested to see what Samuel thinks. I hope Samuel loves it. However, you can never tell with that guy. He's probably going to be like, oh, the pacing was awful and so much use of CGI and the time thing. And it'd be interesting to see what he says. So tune in tomorrow, guys. Either at 4 or 5. I can't remember what time we're going to be starting. I have to talk to Samuel about that tomorrow. But tune in to find out our live reaction, review, and discussion and breakdown of this episode. It's fun. You guys should do a cameo on Discovery. Many people have said that. I wouldn't be opposed. I was really hoping Pike was going to kill Tyler Vaughn, and I was upset when he didn't. Me too. Cody says, yes, your commentaries. Well, thank you. There's more of those coming as well. Hopefully you're enjoying them. Anti-Trekker is imploding on turbo shafts. Well, he should. That's like the worst thing about this episode. If he says anything else bad about this episode, he's an idiot. Because it was a great episode in my opinion. But the turbo lift thing, I cannot give that a pass. That just has to go away. This was a much better episode, but why bring the Telosians into it? Well, we're going to find out. I think it's going to be an important storyline. He is more critical. That's okay. It is okay to be critical, but to be negative for the sake of negativity because you hate something going into it, I don't agree with. When something good and action-packed and fun and Star Trek is staring you in the face and you're still complaining about every little nuance because you haven't watched the full thing all the way through. His first watch is what you're seeing. He watches like a minute and then pauses it and complains about what he just saw, even though the scene isn't finished playing out. So it hasn't been put into context yet in the scene. So it's a weird way to review things. Infinite Cheeto puts in $10 Canadian. This is just because I love Trekyards. May I please get an official rank? Well, Infinite Cheeto, you can be Lieutenant Commander Infinite Cheeto. If I had a sword, I would knight you or give you a promotion somehow. I am the captain after all. And you're Canadian, so throw you some Canadian change. There you go. These are for your lapels so you can feel all official. Just glue a loonie on one and a toonie on the other lapel. Just like Captain Foley said to do it. It's your rank. There you go. We should be objective, criticize bad things, and praise good things. That's what we do here at Trekyards. There are a lot of bad things in Discovery that we point out, but there's also a lot of good, and unfortunately a lot of these people don't even talk about the good, which is sad. Hey Cap, do you think the Telosian storyline was planned from early season 1? No. Not from season 1. From beginning season 2, possibly. But no, not from season 1. How many times did the Telosians on the original series? The Telosians were only in the cage and the menagerie, so... Hello Trekkies, great episode, says Jill. Hello Jill, welcome, I haven't seen you in a while. $10 only good enough for for junior grade lieutenant? Well, did I say, I didn't say junior grade lieutenant, did I? Fine, lieutenant commander. It's cheap for a lieutenant commander though, really. You're getting a bargain. I haven't been to Canada in 20 years, then you're missing out. I'm still waiting on the good. Well, there's lots of it. Jill Wright puts in $2. Did you see Colbert attack Tyler in the preview? No, I didn't see the preview yet. I will watch that soon. T-Berg Sci-Fi Fan puts in $5 Canadian for the coffee fund. Thank you, T-Berg Sci-Fi Fan. Much appreciated. Although I do have some free coffees from Tim Hortons. It's roll up the rim time, don't you know? So I've been given a few free coffees. I haven't personally won one because I haven't been drinking coffee as much lately, but I do have some free ones. You totally said Lieutenant Commander. That's what I thought I said. Anyway, you're making me crazy, guys. Star Trek Discovery is the pharmaceuticals of Star Trek. What Americans pay for, what you give the world. Make Americans pay for what you give the world for free. Yeah, that's actually an interesting analogy. Can we buy commissions like the old British Navy? Sure, you can buy commissions, absolutely. For a $100 super chat, I'll make you a captain. 200, you can be an admiral. 500, you can be the president of the Federation. All because Captain Foley said so. So that makes it worth doing. Not really. Do they ever show the previews on Space? I've never seen one. They do not show them on Space, that's why I never see them. I usually see them a day or so later, floating around the interwebs. Sometimes I watch them, sometimes I don't. But I want to watch this one. If you were to show a Trek newbie either the cage or the menagerie, which do you go with? The menagerie. Get them hooked on Spock and Kirk as well, because the beginning of that episode is episode 1 is great. What kind of dog do you have, Captain? I have 2 dogs. I have a Chihuahua and a pug. The pug's name is Precious. The Chihuahua's name is Dot. Someone has to come up with a buyable Ractagino. Yeah, Ractagino K-Cups. That'd be cool. Double sweet, double strong. Who orders that? Who knows that, huh? Huh? Double sweet, double strong Ractagino? Come on now. For that, I'm God. Next week's preview is on YouTube right now. Well, I looked right before I came on here and I couldn't find it, so I will have to go take another look. Take a peek, take a gander. I've never been to Canada, but my wife is convinced she's honorary Canadian because she was born on Canada Day, so that makes me honorary Canadian by marriage. Yes, that's absolutely true, Jonathan. Um, because she was born on Canada Day, she is an honorary Canadian. This is a known fact, and you are Canadian then by association through marriage. So yes, come join us. Come visit. I would love to hang out with you guys and visit. Not Dax, not Jake, not Jedzia. It's O'Brien. Jamaican blend. He's ordered that before too. That's before he found out about Ractigino. Then when he learned about Ractigino, it's always double sweet, double strong. I would give Canard a go. Oh my god, really? That shit looks disgusting. Most of the time it's like black and thick. There's like different vintages of it because sometimes it's like kind of a peachy color and it pours, and other times it's like thick tar like shit. Jake Sisko drinks it double sweet, double strong. Does he? Don't remember him ordering it. I know that O'Brien has quite a few times. So you guys like the episode? It's one of my favorites after only one watch. Yes. Liking tonight. 'Tis a good night. What do you mean this stream? Picard starts shooting in April. Yep, already mentioned that. I imagine most Klingons have a sweet tooth because they smell like lavender. That's a good point. Kind of an earthy, peaty aroma. O'Brien rocks. He's Irish. Aye, this is true. Why be a crazy Canadian when you can be an awesome Aussie? Because then you're upside down and down under, and winter is summer and summer is winter, and up is down and backward is forward, and it's just, you're backwards, man. Backwards. I like my women like I like my coffee, strong and bitter. I forgot he switched, but he never drinks it in the afternoon. That's right. I've lived in Canada for about 2 months. Oh, and how do you like it? Where do you live in Canada specifically? Who notices Jake do anything? No one. I miss milk and bags. Yes, well, milk and bags is interesting. Don't mention that here because everybody's going to be like, what? Milk and bags? No, 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 no. We also have it in cartons. We also have it in jugs. So don't worry, guys. Janeway likes her coffee black. Yes, just like she likes her men, I guess. I don't know. That was bad. I shouldn't have said that. Sorry. Australia is Foley land. That's scary. Everything in Australia wants to kill you. Then, yeah, everything kills you in Australia. Australia is on my bucket list as well. Yeah, I want to go there someday. I would have a coffee with Janeway. It beats being her enemy. Yeah. Janeway is someone with whom you do not want to fuck. I bet you skipped my question because you ranked Discovery last. I didn't see your question, Deanne Suro. That's one of the problems with the chat, is a lot of times I miss things. So please reiterate your question, and I'm going to look for it. I'm going to be quiet until he says it again. That's why super chats are great, because they show up in a separate chat window and I can see them and I get to each one of them. But Deanne Suro, I don't want you thinking that I left you out for some reason, so please ask the question. Oh, all dressed chips for the win, and ketchup chips. All dressed chips are fantastic. They're supreme. They are excellent, you know. There's coffee in that nebula. I've been back to Windsor since my Canadian snow bunny passed 10 years ago. William Shatner was born in Montreal and lived in Ottawa for a while he was in Shakespearean troupe with George Kalakos and Christopher Plummer, and he performed at the Stratford Festival Theatre. I grew up in Stratford, so yeah, there you go. Well, good night, guys. Look forward to tomorrow's chat. See you later, Jill. See you tomorrow. Hopefully you enjoy it, and thank you for joining me tonight. Hey, Cap, it's good to see you with this good smile for a change. It's been a while. I know that it's been tough to stay positive on Discovery, with me and others being pretty negative on things. Yeah, Last week I really didn't want to do, well, that pissed me off. Last week I really wanted to do a live, but I do come on, I still do it. Had a great time, chatted with you guys for an hour, and then the next day I went and checked some of the comments from after the fact, people that watched the live stream after it was uploaded. And the guy's like, if you don't want to do it, just don't do it. This wasn't even worth watching. It's like, well, thanks, asshole. I it cheers me up to talk to you guys, even though I don't want to sometimes. So that kind of bothered me for like most of the day, that negative comment. But anyway, Stratford on Haven. Yes, it's Stratford on the Avon, not Haven. But yes, there's a Stratford, Ontario, and they have a Shakespearean theater, the Festival Theater. It's a world famous theater that people come from all over the world to see. I know there is a real Stratford on the Avon in um, England, of course, but there's an even Avon River beside the Stratford Festival in Stratford, Ontario. It's awesome. Last week was my first live chat. I thought it was great. Well, thank you, Cody. Much appreciated. Much better mood today. First off, this reminded me of the Temple Cold War. Secondly, if Spock meets the Telosians prior to TOS, that means that they have to wipe his memory so he doesn't remember them in the cage. The cage happened, though, already 3 years ago, so he already knows about the Telosians. That's probably one of the reasons he's going there. And of course he knows about them in the menagerie, which comes later. But I don't think people understand the timeline. Discovery happens. Like right now, Pike in command of the Discovery is about 3 years after the events of the cage. So Pike's already been to Talos 4. He's already met Vina. He's already done his thing. Yeah, there's a Paris, Ontario. There's Baden, Ontario. New Hamburg, Ontario. We're named after all the places over in Europe, and because all those people that came over on the boat and settled this area, they named it Kitchener. There's a town called Kitchener. It used to be called Little Berlin until World War II, and then they changed the name of it from Little Berlin to Kitchener because negative connotations. Is it wrong to say Arium is hot? It's not wrong, it's just I don't agree. Consider the number of awesome comments you get. The many good comments outweigh the bad. You know, that's true mathematically and logically. However, to human nature and a damaged psyche and someone that suffers from depression, it's that one negative comment or the one super negative comment that you focus on, even though there's one in this column and there's like 1,500 in this column. It's that one that you focus on. And it's a shitty reality, but it's a reality. It's human nature. And I agree. I don't read a lot of comments on a lot of our videos because there are a lot of negative ones. So for my mental health, being a YouTuber the first year or so was kind of rough because there was so much negativity and so much positivity. A lot less negativity than positivity, but to be honest, it still really affects you. So there's a town called Tilsonburg too. There is a Tilsonburg. Mean people are louder. Yep, mean people are louder. A lot of people watch my content and never comment. And they send me a message saying, I've been watching for years. I love everything you do, but I'm always afraid to comment. But keep up the good work. And it's like, thanks for the private message. I really appreciate it. I really do. But you can comment on the regular videos too. You know? I hope Vino will be in next week's episode. That'll be interesting. Kirk should have sent Mud's androids to help the Telosians. Win-win for both. Stuart, we love you long time. We need you in our lives. Well, thank you, Joseph. I love you long time too. You're a good guy doing great work. Fuck them. That's the attitude. I like that. And some days I'm like that. I'm like, negative comment. Other times it's like, oh. Now I'm depressed for the rest of the day. Thanks, asshole. Don't want to let them know that they get to you, though. I've been mean. I'm trying to knock it off. Okay, what do you mean to me? If you were, I didn't remember. We all know Burnham is going to be the Red Angeles. The Red Angelies. Damn the negative comments. You deserve only praise and respect. And can you praise and respect? But yes, thank you. And I don't deserve praise and respect, trust me. That's me afraid to comment. Well, don't be afraid to comment, Cody. Please, for the love of... just comment. Just share the love, man. The nice comments seem loud to me. I think the Telosians look less alien than they did in the 66. Yeah, I guess. I wonder who they would cast. Susan Oliver had a certain look. She did. She had that 1960s look, you know? They had bigger heads and pulsing veins. Dum, 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 dum. I just wanted to say, Captain Stewart, that me and my husband love your channel and we have absolutely enjoyed everything you have put up. It's nice to know there are other true Trek believers out there. Well, thank you very much, Shauna. Much appreciated. That stuff is awesome. I love when couples watch us together. My good friend Will Barton, who I see every year at Wonderfest, him and his wife watch all the time, and they always have a debate before they watch an episode or before they watch an episode review from us. His wife Vicky is always like, "I bet you any money Stuart's going to agree with me," and Will's like, "No, he's going to hate it. He's gonna agree with me." And so they have this argument, and then generally I'm on Vicky's side, which is interesting. I just found that out like last week, but it's fun when you hear those kind of stories. You're Captain fucking Foley. Hey, baby. Yeah, you know it. You're such a good person, Captain Foley. Don't worry about the haters. Just keep going strong. Thank you, Mako. Saru is an exceptional character, though. Love the actor. Yeah, Doug Jones is phenomenal. He's a great actor. Delete them bad comments. I've deleted a few. Some that are super negative have been deleted and the person blocked from commenting. But people have the right to express themselves. It's just all out, straight out hate and attacking people that is not allowed. So the audio is on point tonight. You know, it's interesting because it's all on the webcam. I got a Logitech Brio 4K webcam, and I saw that the audio was good. So I thought, okay, I'll try that. Try the microphone that's built into the camera. I brought the Yeti microphone up this week just in case, but I don't need it. So it can stay downstairs now. So thank you very much, Jamie. Love you, man. Love your vids. Speaking of, if you love me and you love my vids like you claim you do, everybody out there, go. Jeff. There. Oh, he did it already. Look at this man. Jeff, you get a raise. Captain Foley personal channel on YouTube is right there. Click the link, go subscribe, check out the videos. Lots of cool stuff there. Luck Dragon puts in $10. Thank you very much, sir. I could never be mean towards you, towards disco, and the hashtag greedy CBS is a totally different subject. Yeah, okay, well, that's fine. I mean, everybody's entitled to like what they like. If I like something you don't agree with me, there's no reason to hate the person that doesn't agree with you, you know? So the picture is awesome. Sound is 5 by 5. What does that mean? Do you like this angle? Because I'm sitting on the couch. Usually I'd be facing this way and I'd be looking at you guys on a tripod. Instead, you're on my laptop. So when I'm looking down and reading the comments, I'm like looking at you guys. Captain, can you help me? Hicks 45146. Yes, I can help you. What do you want? How can I help? Need help on Star Trek Online. What do you need help with on Star Trek Online? I'm not a pro on Star Trek Online. As a matter of fact, I'm far from a pro. I hardly ever play. I play just for the fun of seeing my ship and being able to rotate around it. But maybe I can help you. What do you need help with, my friend? 5 by 5 means all good. Thank you, Cleto La. Your personal channel is great. I love the Eagle Moss stuff. Well, the Eagle Moss stuff is on the Trekyards channel. I've released very little Eagle Moss stuff on the Captain Foley personal channel. But thank you. Do the TOS monitor screen. Dude, the TOS monitor screen is awesome. Thank you, Shauna. I have a bunch of different OBS frames and borders down on the other computer. However, the other computer's internet, for some reason, Sucks. This internet's fine up here. But yeah, maybe change it up and pick different borders for you guys. I do have a few, I think. I don't have any of them set up yet. See, I don't have the new webcam set up on those ones yet. I haven't had a chance to do that, but I do have some other LCARs and stuff that I might change it up every once in a while. But I really like this one. It's simplistic. It's nice. Looks like you're looking at it in a viewer or a monitor. So it's got the Eaglemoss DS9 station model. That thing's amazing. Yeah, I have that one right over there, actually. There's a lot of Eaglemoss stuff on Irish Trekkie. Yeah, Irish Trekkie does a lot of cool stuff. Will you build the round 2 Discovery when it comes out? And will you make the rings rotate? I'm not sure if I'm going to build it. It's not my favorite ship. I might buy the model kit and have it just in case I ever do want to make it. I might build it and make it more TOS looking. Kind of do a kit bash and TOS it up. That's something I might do. There will be a round 2 Discovery, yes. They actually showed a preview of it at last year's Wonderfest. It should be out by this year's Wonderfest, which is in June. By the way, his name is Cybok Picard on the Xbox One version. Huh. I like that they made Spock dyslexic. That was interesting. Yeah, but I bet you people like Annie Trekker and Macarandom's going to freak the hell out about that. There's going to be a whole video saying, Spock has a learning disability. What? You know, their perfect character Spock is now tarnished in some way. I think it's fantastic, actually. I suffer from dyslexia as well. Mild dyslexia, but I do have dyslexia. So I totally relate to that. Those people usually make the best students because they try super hard. And after the initial learning curve of trying to figure things out, they really slot in really well and get things figured out. So it makes perfect sense. Yes, Thursdays are awesome, Shannon. Love your models as well. Thank you, Hicks. Captain Foley will be at Wonderfest. I will be at Wonderfest. But Wonderfest is spelt with an O, my friend, not a U. Wunderfest. That's what you said. Wunderfest. See, and Jeff can tell you. Jeff was one of our mods here, obviously. He's also one of our admins. I had a lot of trouble in high school, all through school, up till grade 11 or so with English. There, and there. Punctuation, spelling, I was atrocious. Couldn't figure it out. And that was because of my dyslexia. One day, it just kind of clicked for me, and now I'm a grammar Nazi. Doug, for example, he's also here, one of our admins. He's saying good night now. Good night, Doug. He also is really bad at spelling, and I correct him all the time. I hate correcting people. I hate being that grammar Nazi, but I learned to overcome it in grade 11 or so, and I like to help people with it because it was somebody that pointed something out to me and explained it to me, the whole difference between there, and there, like THEIR, THEY, thingy, RE, and THERE, like the middle one with the apostrophe thingy and the RE at the end, it substitutes for they are. So if the sentence can work with they are, that's where you put that there. So somebody explained that to me, and it opened my eyes, and it opened up a whole new world of revelation to me. So I like helping people with that. They might not always appreciate it, but if I can just spark that in somebody, I want to do that. So I also had a really hard time telling time on a clock, an analog clock, all through public school. Again, that was something that clicked in grade 11. I just couldn't tell time on a clock. I needed a digital watch. Now, all of my watches are analog. If you notice in any of my videos, they're always analog watches because I learned to tell analog time. And now if somebody asks me what time is it and you catch me off guard, it might take me a couple seconds because I'm like, 11:47. If I'm consciously looking at my watch going, what time is it? My mind's already set to go, okay, boom. But if you catch me off guard and ask me the time, it's like, I feel like an idiot sometimes. I was a little disappointed the television heads seemed too streamlined, not enough veins. Well, we'll have to wait till we see them next week. See how they look. Trekyards lads are some of the best Trekkies in the business. Thank you. I wish our subscribers, our subscriber count and stuff verified that. I think we're very respected and known, but I don't think we're as popular and as YouTube famous as we could be, which is disappointing. But anyway, guys, it's been an hour and 15 minutes. I still have to go watch the video again and take my notes and just chill out for a little bit. And then I got to get up early and film with Samuel tomorrow. So I'm going to let you guys go. It has been great talking to you. I know we kind of got sidelined, as we tend to do with these, but that's fine. It's fun. It's great talking to you guys. So I'm going to go. But thank you for watching. I'm glad the picture's better. I'm glad the sound's better. That makes me so happy. It's just one device now instead of like a tripod with a webcam and a little sound thing that didn't work. And so that's fine. That's good. Mr. Captain, that's funny. You know what I mean, though. 48,000 subs is impressive for a channel, but a channel that's been around for 4 years. We're not YouTube famous, as they say. Like Space Stock. Okay, the channel Space Stock started after we did. We had him on our show. He's already at 150,000. He blew right by us. He got his 100,000. He got his silver YouTube play button, and we're sitting here struggling along at 45,000, 46,000. You know, according to our YouTube projections, we should hit 100,000 in another year, a year and a month or so, if we keep going with our standard format. So anyway, it's just kind of discouraging, you know, have the guy on our show and help him out, and then he blows right by us, and now he hardly ever talks to us. I mean, I do message him every once in a while and chat and stuff, but it's just kind of disheartening. But anyway, you're not here to listen about that. That's a live for another day when we're talking specifically about that. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you all later. Jeff, thank you. Doug, thank you. Everybody that was here moderating, thank you. Everybody that visited, thank you. Everybody that super chatted, double thank you. That's really appreciated and really helps out the channel. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go take my notes, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Mid-afternoon will be our review up for you guys to watch, and then our live review is coming at, I believe we're starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. 4 p.m. or 5. It's probably going to be 4, but check the Facebook page because we'll schedule the live stream and make a post on the Facebook page. So check it out so you get the time. Shauna, that's awesome. Don't have to do that, of course, but every little bit helps. And even if you can just super chat some, that would be cool. Although YouTube takes 30% off the top right away, which sucks. But we also have a PayPal link, so you can send PayPal, and PayPal we get pretty much the full amount. So, but anyway, guys, I gotta go. I will talk to you later. I get sidetracked sometimes. I apologize, but thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye, everybody.